Oh, hello there. I'm Truman Caps, and welcome to my blog. Okay, first things first. The title of this update is pretty much an outright lie. I'm not going to talk to you about vaginas today. I'm sorry. It wasn't right of me to lie to you. But you may recall that my readership has been steadily declining recently, and if there's one thing I've found out in the 9 months I've been writing this blog, it's that nothing draws in readers like a really juicy and lascivious title that implies a really smutty update. Some of my most popular updates have had titles involving words like cosmopolitan or alcohol or birth control, and regardless of whether those articles were any good or not, a whole lot of you read them, and because you were expecting something smutty. Now, ordinarily, when I promise smut, I deliver smut, but not today. Today I have some important information about some upcoming events in my life that are really important that I want to talk to as many of you as possible about, because these upcoming events, quite frankly, are balls to the wall freaking awesome. So please don't be mad that I lied to you a little bit. Just know that I did it with my best interests at heart. And, don't lose hope, because at some point in the future, who knows, I could write about vaginas. There's a lot to say about vaginas. There's so much vagina-related writing that I could do. I mean, just off the top of my head, it's the only orifice that babies come out of. There is no other place in your body that babies will come out of, provided that you're not doing something very wrong. And, just so much I could say about vaginas, but no, we're not talking about that today. The basic facts are these. Over the next few months, I'm going to be engaging in two activities that, while very exciting and potentially career-advancing, could make my blog go, to quote my mother, a little wonky. So please, just sit back and relax as I explain to you the circumstances of the upcoming wonkiness, and why you should be excited about it. There comes a time in every man's life when he has to stop being a wildly successful internet celebrity and finally sell out to the man for that big paycheck. Now, you'll be happy to know that I haven't reached that stage yet. I've only sold out in favor of a small paycheck. At the end of last year, I applied for a job as an opinion columnist at the University of Oregon school newspaper, the Oregon Daily Emerald. And surprisingly enough, they gave me the job. I can only imagine that all the other applicants were either eaten by velociraptors or were velociraptors themselves. Every week, I'll be writing a roughly 800-word-long column, and every month I'll be getting a paycheck for it. Now, I don't want to talk too much about my paycheck, but let's just say that if you took my check and you tried to buy something with it that cost more than $50, you wouldn't be able to afford that thing. Yeah. Even so, I'm going to be making an awful lot more writing for the Emerald than I am writing this blog for free, and I'll also be getting a readership of around 2,000 people. That means a lot when you have to promise your readers vaginas just to get them to look at your blog. What this means for you is that my blog is going to change a little bit in update schedule and structure. I have every intention of uploading my columns to Hair Guy once they've run in the paper, but since I don't know what day my column is going to run, I can't say exactly when I'll be able to update here. Also, while I usually blather on for 1,300 or so words when I update online, my editors at the Emerald are going to be pretty hard-nosed about keeping me at 800 words per column, so each week one of my updates is going to be a little shorter than usual. This is no doubt good news to those of you with ADD. The other piece of big news is that I've officially made the jump from internet and college newspaper celebrity to public access TV celebrity. Over the past few months, my hetero-writing partner Mike and I have been scripting a 6-episode TV series that will be shooting and airing both online and on the University of Oregon's student-run TV station in the fall. Our show, which is called Writers, is about two assholes who happen to write a TV show. Now, Mike will be playing the role of the asshole named Mike, and I will be playing the role of the asshole named Truman. Now, I don't want to count all my chickens before we've uploaded them to YouTube, but I've looked at the episode we've shot, and I've read all of our scripts, and I have to say, this is probably the most important television show of all time. Counting Firefly. Your role in the production of our little show is actually pretty simple. I'm going to need every last one of you to go online and watch all of our episodes when we post them on YouTube in a few months. And then I'm going to need you to go forth and spread the word to all of your friends about how funny our show is. Even if you don't think Writers is funny, I want you to tell your friends that it is funny. Because, honestly, if you don't think Writers is funny, then you just have bad taste. And if your friends have to miss out on Writers because you don't think it's funny, then you're just a bad friend who has bad taste, and nobody wants that. Now, I want to speak seriously for just a minute here. Ever since I was in 8th grade, there's just only one thing that I've ever wanted out of life, and that is to own my own unicorn. But second in line, just like right behind the whole unicorn um, fiasco, was that I've always wanted to be a successful writer. That's the only thing I've ever wanted to do with my life. Well, up until they pay me to eat hummus. And anyway, I just want to thank you all for being here for the past 9 months of this blog, because without you, the blog wouldn't still be here. You guys, you dedicated few, you fans out there, you are my success. You are what makes this really fun for me. So I just want to say thanks for sticking with me for this long, and thanks in advance for sticking with me through all this crazy stuff up ahead. And I really feel like I'm kind of following my dreams right now, and I hope you guys have as much fun watching me do it as I have doing it. So, thanks. See, now was that really so bad? I mean, yeah, sure, there were no vaginas in what you just watched, but don't you feel better for having watched that? I mean, we had kind of a moment just there in the last clip that I did, and we all learned some stuff. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going to be going on with the hair guy in the next few months, and feel free to tune in next week when I promise I will be talking about labias.